Yandy! Look, man, don't touch my Yandy. Hi, Yandy. Yo. How you doing?
This is my husband.
Yo, no, don't touch me. Tell your husband, don't touch me.
Wait, let me. I knew it was baby. No, baby. I knew it was
No, don't touch me.
No, I knew it was
Don't touch me. Smack my hand. Don't touch me, nigga. Give me a hug.
my husband like that.
What you doing? Talk that to him.
Like that.
Give me a hug.
The spotlight has always been on MC Harris and Yandy Smith Harris, a couple whose love story captured the hearts of millions across the country. However, recently, their seemingly perfect relationship has been shaken by shocking accusations that have left their fans in complete disbelief. What began as a simple misunderstanding has quickly escalated into a heated public confrontation that is tearing their family apart, all due to a single, devastating betrayal. The drama behind closed doors is something no one could have imagined. MC, the man fans once saw as the epitome of loyalty, is now being accused of attacking Yandy in an unimaginable way. Sources close to the couple reveal that this isn't just a minor disagreement. It's a full-on emotional explosion, and the fallout is as messy as it is dramatic. As tempers flare, long-hidden secrets emerge, and what once seemed like an unbreakable bond is now hanging by a thread. Can Yandy trust anyone now? Is their marriage really over, or is there a chance for reconciliation? And perhaps most importantly, what triggered MC's violent outburst? Fans are on the edge of their seats as they wait to see what happens next. Stay tuned as we dig deeper into the shocking betrayal that could change everything. It all began on what seemed like an ordinary evening. Yandy and MC were hosting a quiet dinner with close friends and family, but what was meant to be a peaceful gathering soon spiraled into something much darker. As the night went on, emotions ran high, and long-buried frustrations came to the surface. The dinner was intended to celebrate Yandy's latest career achievement, another successful business venture that had fans buzzing. Everyone raised a glass to her success, but behind the forced smiles and polite applause, there was an undeniable tension in the air. MC, who was usually her rock, seemed distant and distracted, his attention fixated on his phone instead of on his wife. "Are you okay?" Yandy asked, her voice filled with concern. MC didn't look up. "I'm fine," he replied, but anyone who knew him could tell something was off. It wasn't the usual playful banter between them or the laughter that had once filled their home. No, this night felt different. It didn't take long before the first signs of trouble emerged. Out of nowhere, MC exploded. He slammed his glass onto the table with such force that it stopped everyone in their tracks. Yandy's expression dropped, and the room fell into an eerie silence. "I'm tired," MC shouted, his voice trembling with anger. "I'm tired of pretending everything's fine when you've been running this show like it's all about you. You think this is just about your business and your success. What about me? What about everything I've been dealing with? What about the lies?" Yandy froze, her smile fading into a look of confusion and hurt. Her heart raced as his words hit her like a physical blow. "What are you talking about, MC? What lies?" His eyes burned with fury as his voice dropped to a low, menacing growl. "You think I don't know what's been happening behind my back? You think I haven't heard?" The whispers filled the air as Yandy stood frozen, her breath catching in her throat. She had no idea what he was talking about. "You're not making any sense. What whispers? What messages?" she asked, trying to grasp the situation, but MC wasn't finished. He stood up suddenly, knocking his chair back, and stormed toward the door. "You think I'm blind? You think I don't know what's been going on with you and your so-called friends? I've been carrying this doubt, this pain for months, but you're too busy to notice me." Yandy was at a loss for words. Her mind raced. She knew they'd had their issues over the years, but this felt like something far more severe. "What are you talking about? You're out of your mind," she responded, desperate to understand. MC's face twisted with a mix of anger and heartbreak. As he shot back, "I'm out of my mind? You think this is all in my head? You're the one living in a fantasy, acting like everything's fine when it's not. Not anymore." The guests at the table shifted awkwardly, unsure how to react. Friends exchanged uneasy glances while Yandy's family tried to maintain some sense of calm. But the tension was overwhelming. This wasn't just a petty argument, it was a deep, Betrayal, one that was being exposed in front of everyone. Yandy's eyes welled up with tears, but she tried to stay composed. "You're accusing me of something, but you're not even telling me what it is. What do you think I've done?" She asked, her voice shaky. MC threw his hands up in frustration. "I don't need to spell it out for you. I'm talking about the texts, the phone calls, the way you've been acting like I don't matter. It's all right there, Yandy, and you've been hiding it from me." The words hung heavily in the air, and the room fell silent, everyone frozen in place. Yandy's heart dropped as she struggled to comprehend his accusations. Texts? Phone calls? Who was he referring to? Before she could respond, MC stormed out of the room, slamming the door behind him. The guests were left in stunned silence. The evening that had started so promisingly now turned into a battlefield. Yandy's world seemed to be crumbling around her. Her own husband, the man she had built her life with, was accusing her of something she didn't understand, something that felt like an unimaginable betrayal. But the betrayal wasn't just about what he thought she had done. It was about the trust shattered in a single moment. The bond they had shared appeared to be disintegrating right before her eyes. "Did he just accuse you of cheating?" one of Yandy's closest friends whispered, her voice shaky. Yandy could barely process the question. "I don't know," she whispered back, her voice barely audible. "I don't know what he's talking about." Tears streamed down her face as the room buzzed with whispers. MC's actions were completely out of character. He had always been a man of control, of restraint. So what had triggered this outburst? More importantly, what did this mean for their future? As Yandy sat there, trying to process the overwhelming events that had just unfolded, she couldn't shake the nagging sense that there was more to the situation than met the eye. Something had been building beneath the surface for months, something she hadn't noticed or understood. Now the truth was finally emerging in the most painful and devastating way possible. But this was just the beginning. This wasn't just a disagreement between a husband and wife. It was about family, loyalty, and the secrets that had been kept, hidden for far too long. MC wasn't the only one with secrets, and the drama was only about to get darker. In the days that followed, rumors spread like wildfire. Fans were shocked, the public was divided, and social media exploded with theories and speculation. Everyone seemed to have their own version of what was really happening behind closed doors. Was MC simply paranoid? Or was there some truth to his accusations? As time went on, more and more pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. Yandy found herself digging into MC's claims, desperately searching for any clue that might help explain his behavior. What she uncovered would make her question everything she thought she knew about her marriage. What was MC hiding? And what was Yandy about to discover about the man she thought she loved? Stay tuned, because the truth was darker than anyone could have imagined. As the days passed after the explosive argument, Yandy was left in a state of confusion and disbelief. MC had all but disappeared, retreating into silence and leaving her to pick up the pieces of their broken relationship. The night of the fight had been a turning point, but it was only the beginning of a long, twisted journey of betrayal, secrets, and lies that would change both of their lives forever. Yandy tried reaching out to him, desperately sending texts, leaving messages and calling him over and over, but there was no response. The silence between them grew, deepening the divide. She couldn't understand why he was shutting her out. Had their argument gone too far to repair, or was there something more hidden beneath the surface that she hadn't yet seen? She couldn't shake the feeling that MC wasn't just angry. He was hiding something. The walls between them seemed higher and thicker than ever. What Yandy didn't know, though, was that MC had already made up his mind. He wasn't going to let her get away with what he believed was her betrayal. As shocking as it might be, MC wasn't just accusing her of cheating. He believed she had been playing a far more dangerous game. The texts, the phone calls, the late nights, he had pieced it all together in his mind. To him, it wasn't just a misunderstanding, it was a betrayal that cut deep. MC wasn't the only one hurt, though. The entire family found themselves caught in the fallout of the scandal. Yandy's mother, who had always been a rock for their relationship, was the first to try and mediate the situation. But even her calm and collected demeanor couldn't conceal the growing tension that had overtaken their household. No one knew the full extent of what was happening, but the whispers were starting to spread. Friends, family, and even fans were left wondering what was really going on. The situation was becoming more divisive, and the drama was only escalating. One afternoon, Yandy's mother sat her down in an attempt to calm her, but her words only seemed to add fuel to the fire. "You need to talk to him, Yandy," she urged, her voice filled with concern. "You need to fix this before it gets any worse. Whatever's going on, it's tearing him apart." Yandy's heart ached at the thought of losing MC, but she couldn't shake the feeling that there was something deeper behind his accusations. Could he really believe she was cheating? Could he think she was hiding something from him? She had always been open with him, and the idea that he might doubt her loyalty hurt more than she could express. "I don't know what to do, Mom," Yandy confessed, tears streaming down her face. "I've tried reaching out, but he won't. Talk to me. He's acting like I'm the villain. I can't make sense of any of this." Her mother sighed deeply, sadness filling her eyes. "I know, honey, but you have to understand. When someone is hurt, they don't always act rationally. MC is angry, and right now he feels betrayed. You need to show him you're willing to fight for your relationship, but you also have to figure out what's really going on. This is no longer just a small argument. It's about trust." The weight of her mother's words hit Yandy hard. Trust had been the foundation of everything they had built together, and now it was crumbling before her eyes. But how could she fix something when she didn't even know what was broken? Meanwhile, MC was on his own quest for answers, one that would only intensify the situation. He had become obsessed with going through Yandy's phone records, text, messages, and even her social media accounts, searching for any shred of evidence that could confirm his worst fears. To him, every late-night phone call, every message from a particular name, was another piece of the puzzle proving Yandy's betrayal. It didn't take long before he found what he was looking for: a series of messages between Yandy and one of her old friends, a man MC had always been suspicious of. At first, the messages seemed harmless, but as MC dug deeper, he uncovered flirtatious exchanges, inside jokes, and plans to meet up soon, things that had been hidden in plain sight. He was devastated. His worst fears were confirmed. Yandy had been hiding something from him. The trust he had in her felt irreparably shattered. But there was a twist. It wasn't as simple as Yandy cheating. What MC discovered was far more complicated and sinister. The messages between Yandy and her friend weren't about romance. They were about something much more dangerous. Yandy had secretly been meeting with her ex, someone MC had always been reluctant to talk about, to discuss business matters that involved their mutual interests. This was a betrayal too deep to overcome. What do you think about this shocking revelation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you were surprised by the twist in the story, and if you want to stay updated on all the latest drama, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.